My cheating wife left me for her stepbrother after 15 years, and my daughter called it destiny. In court, I quietly signed away everything. And the moment she realized what I had actually done, she completely lost control. My wife told me she was in love with her stepbrother over chicken parmesan. She walked into the house after disappearing for 5 days, humming like she was in a romantic comedy, sat down across from me at the table, and said, "I'm in love with Brett. I always have been. He's my soulmate." Brett, her stepbrother, the man who crashed our barbecues wearing cowboy boots, reciting poetry nobody asked for, and acting like he belonged in a second-rate western. I just stared at her, my fork still in the air, while she explained how this was destiny, and how I would never understand their connection. I'm an estate attorney. I've spent 2 decades protecting people from catastrophic decisions, and 4 years ago, after she returned from a wellness retreat, smelling like guilt and lecturing me about how monogamy is outdated, I started protecting myself, quietly, methodically. I moved our business into a holding structure under a trusted colleague. I transferred the house to a foundation in my late father's name. Our pensions went into irrevocable trusts with abandonment clauses. Everything notarized, witnessed, airtight. When her lawyer emailed me with divorce filing and demands, I didn't panic. I didn't even blink. I printed my response and waited. She arrived at mediation in a white dress, hair perfect, wearing a soft smile like she was auditioning for a bridal commercial. Brett walked behind her with that smug little grin he always had. My daughter, Chloe, came too. She held her mother's hand like this was something beautiful. A few weeks earlier, Chloe had told me that her mother and Brett always had a special connection, and maybe this was meant to happen. She spoke about my wife's affair like it was a fairy tale. They wanted everything. Half the business, half the house, spousal support, executive access to my firm. Her lawyer presented it like I should be grateful for her generosity. I didn't argue. I didn't protest. I just signed everything they handed me. My wife actually thanked me for being decent about this. Brett smirked. Chloe smiled proudly, like she was witnessing some kind of graceful ending. Then the judge began reading the financial breakdown. "Miss Hayes, you're aware that the estate being divided consists of approximately $48,000 in shared liquid assets?" My wife's smile flickered. "The entity formerly known as Hayes Financial, along with all related trusts and property holdings, are excluded from the marital estate due to irrevocable restructuring completed prior to filing." You initialed each section. She turned pale. "That's impossible," she whispered. "That can't be right." My attorney pushed the documents across the table. The irrevocable trust, the transfer records, the abandonment clause triggered when she left the marital home, all executed more than a year earlier, all ironclad. The only remaining marital property, $48,000. In our joint checking account, she snatched the paper